On Greyhound View this week, we look back at Shelbourne Park, where the final of the Ladbrokes 600 took place. We review the Harold's Cross Open Sprint and dual distance finals. Plus, we head west for the quarterfinals of the XN Checkout Connacht Derby. But first, we head across the water for William Hill Derby fever. The frenzy and speculation has begun in Wimbeldon to find the winner of the English Derby. Premier Fantasy is presently the favourite, but it's still early days. Let's take a look back at last week's heats with Michael Fortune.
Well, let's start with Heat 4 on Thursday night, where we had two Irish runners here in this one. Running from Trap 4, Droopy's Cahill, the Puppy Derby winner, making a total mess of the start, and out in 6's Indian Ruler, this very fast greyhound finalist in the Easter Cup. He's in second place, behind Farlow Hack into the back straight. Now back in fourth place, Droopy's Cahill, the Puppy Derby winner of last year. A dog normally does his running from the front. He put in a big effort to qualify here, but meanwhile, look at Indian Ruler. This typical back straight pace, surges past Farlow Hack at the third bend and goes on to win it. Stamina wouldn't be his major point, but he made up for a moderate enough start to win this one in style, from Farlow Hack in second and Droopy's Cahill in third. So a good start for the Irish. It was even better on Friday night when we caught up with Premier Fantasy in Heat 22, running out of Trap 5, reasonably away. Not one of his flying starts, but look at this brilliant early pace as he surges to the bend in front. Runs a bit wide on the corner, but really takes it in his stride and suddenly stretches out. Look at this pace down the back straight. Absolutely awesome from this dog, who won the Easter Cup last time out at Shelbourne Park in a new national record time of 28:08. He lost his footing slightly there between the third and fourth bends. Probably a bit of a speed wobble. He was travelling so fast. Here he is coming to the line in a different class, and no wonder this fellow is such a short price favourite to win the English Derby final on the 5th of June.
You're always a bit anxious in the first round. He'd only got one trial around the track, so the main thing was to see him come out reasonably well and get to the front early and let him have a look at the track. He didn't break that well. 6 seemed to trap in front of him, but his early pace soon brought him to the front, and he went away to win by 10 lengths. But the opposition will be a little tougher as the competition progresses. But he seemed to check a little bit at the third bend, or so I'm told. I didn't really see the replays, but once he came off sound, we checked him this morning. I was over there, and my father checked him, and he probably got him checked during the week. But he's in good form, and we're just hopeful he stays sound and does himself justice. He's a nice little dog.
It was 1984, you were telling me, that your father last had a runner in the English Derby. How confident are you of success at this stage?
Well, that was Dipmac, and he went over at 150 to 1 and went to 6 to 1 favourite after 2 rounds. And unfortunately, he got knocked out in the quarter-final with a bit of an injury and came back to win the Irish Derby. So I hope it's not a repeat. I hope he can win the English Derby and have a crack at the Irish Derby this year as well. But the main thing is to get the dog home sound. It's once he comes, however long he lasts over there, once he comes back safe, it's the most important part.
There was a big turnout at Harold's Cross on Friday night for a great night's racing. There was a European feel to the evening, with some French visitors travelling over to see how we do it in Ireland. Kafima was second favourite in the Open Sprint final and is owned by a syndicate of lads, including ex-jump jockey Shane Lyons.
The one that got away syndicate was called after the girlfriends, or the then girlfriends. Won 9 out of about 14 races, so he just came back from an injury last time out and he won. He beat the track record holder here, so tonight's the final of the race. So please God, fingers crossed.
The final of the Harold's Cross Open Sprint. In 1, Kafima. 2 is Cornerback. 3, Derwin Storm. 4, Dalcash Black. 5, Man of Steel. And 6, Valerno Harry. The favourites in 4, Dalcash Black. Here just behind Traps, and away they go, and it's very level start. Number 2, if anything, showing in front. Cornerback on the outside. Number 5 going well and into the corners. 6 in a line at this stage, and number 5 gets around. 4 is in big trouble, and it's 5. Man of Steel leads at the bend from 1. Kafima in second. Man of Steel leads for home at Jerry Melia. 1-2 coming up the straight. Man of Steel wins it. 1 Kafima is second. It looks as though 6 Valerno Harry might have taken third ahead of 3 Derwin Storm. The result of our fourth race at Harold's Cross, the winner number 5, Man of Steel, owned by Michael Cannon and Mark Seeley. Second, number 1, Kafima. Third, number 6, Balerno Harry. The time, 17:58. The final of the Harold's Cross Puppy Dual Distance. In 1, Amuraku, 2, Rushing Ruby, 3, Munching Mike, 4, Kerr Plunk, 5, Beauty Expert, 6, Master Hansen. The favourite, Beauty Expert, in trap 5, the hair behind traps, ready for off, and away to go, and she's away well, Beauty Expert, but 4, got a fire. Kerr Plunk leads up from 1 on the inside of Muraku. Now Muraku takes over on the bend from number 4, Kerr Plunk in second. The favourite runs extremely wide on the second bend. Now back in 4th place is down the far side, number 4, Kerr Plunk, from 1 on the inside of Muraku. 2, Rushing Ruby next, and the favourite is now in full motion just in behind him. Onto the final corner, 4, Kerr Plunk, but here comes number 5, Beauty Expert, with a storming run of hers, and she hits the front on the run in, going away to win this one in style. Number 5, Beauty Expert, wins it. It's close for second, with 6, Master Hansen finishing fast to just perhaps pip number 4, Kerr Plunk, for second. The result of the 7th race at Harold's Cross, the winner number 5, Beauty Expert, owned by Pat Dalton. Second, number 6, Master Hansen. Third, number 4, Kerr Plunk. The time, 31:67.
When we looked at the development of our site, we had 2 key principles in mind. One was expandability, and the second was simplicity. It's certainly been very, very well welcomed by the Greyhound public generally. There's up to 5,000 concurrent users a day of the site. This week we'll see the development and implementation of a text messaging alert service, which will allow an owner or a trainer to enter details of a dog which it wishes to track, and it will automatically, free of charge, receive text messages or emails regarding that dog's race entry schedule.
The new IGB text alert system is brilliant, very handy for basically finding out when your dogs are on. The results end of things is fair enough, you know the results when you're there, but the entries end of thing is brilliant. I'm using it all the time. When you're runners in 3 or 4 different tracks, it's handy to know what you've on. You're getting the entries, as soon as the entries are done, you're getting them on your phone, so you know when you can gallop, when you can't gallop. Basically you can plan your training routine a little bit better.
Part and parcel of the text messaging email alert system is to allow us to communicate with owners through the text messaging system. There is a significant penetration in Ireland of mobile phones, and we're utilising that penetration to provide better services to our owners. This week we'll see the formal launch of the email text alert service, and as part of that, and in recognition of the fact that not all owners have access to a website, we have created a standard template which we will advertise in the sporting press and in the Greyhound Weekly, and allow owners to complete that on a manual basis and submit it here to head office for completion by staff here at head office, so that without actually having access to the web, we will create that access.
You register by logging on to the website, putting in a password and keying in all your own dogs, and basically when they're in their database, when entry is made, it'll be texted to your phone, and basically as soon as the trap draw is made, it comes through on your phone. So you know exactly at the earliest time possible when your dog is on, so you can plan your training from there, you know. It tells you everything. It tells you what race you're in, what track you're in, what trap you're in, what distance you're over. It tells you everything, you know, so it's everything you need to know, bar except it doesn't tell you if you're going to win or not.
Join us in part 2 for the quarterfinals of the Connacht Derby and the big one from Shelburne Park.
The Connacht Derby is one of the best events ever staged at the Galway track, and this year's event got off to a sensational start when Cahill's Idol set a new track record in the opening round. The second round was run on Friday night when number 1 Hawkwell Boy was the 7-4 round favourite to win the opening heat, but a strong second favourite was number 2 Tam Nerolo.
and away they go. Well away on the inside is Hawkwell Boy. Also in the centre is Never Give Up, and into the first bend it's Hawkwell Boy. On the wide outside, Two Shane's going very, very wide, but Hawkwell Boy leads. Out of the first bend into the second turn, he's 3 lengths clear from in second place, trap 2, Tamnarolo. On the outside is Two Shane's Diggins, trap 4, the other Rebel as they race to the third bend. In front is the favourite Hawkwell Boy. He leads by 2 lengths. In second place, the chasing Tamnarolo, now beginning to close. In third place with the other Rebel, and then comes trap 3, Never Give Up off the home turn and facing the judge. It's in front, Hawkwell Boy attempting to make every inch of the running. In second, Tamnarolo, very close with third, with the other Rebel just getting up for third.
Just 5 runners went to traps for the second heat, and the favourite here was number 2 Friedel Save, but also well fancied were number 4 Ballygarran Ace and in trap 1 Serene Impulse.
Away they go, a level enough break in trap 2. Friedel Save leads up his 2. Friedel Save from 4 Ballygarran Ace. On the inside, 1 Serene Impulse, tight into the corner. Just getting around in the inside is Serene Impulse. Serene Impulse will now be taken on by Friedel Save. It's Serene Impulse on the inside, Friedel Save, and on the outside is trap 4 Ballygarran Ace getting involved in the argument as they go to the third bend. In front is trap 1 on the inside, Serene Impulse. The outside, the black jacket of Ballygarran Ace throwing down a challenge, and on the inside, trap 2 Friedel Save. They're racing off the home turn. Ballygarran Ace dives to the rails, but Ballygarran Ace leads up from on the outside, Serene Impulse. Ballygarran Ace going to hold off the late challenge of Jake's Memory, who gets up for second, and in third place, trap 1 Serene Impulse.
The bookmakers had got it pretty right so far in the opening heats, but things changed in the third heat, where there were 3 fancied runners. Dundrum Prince running from trap 2 and Clemens Future from 4, both at 6-4, while Tower Jenny was a 7-4 chance.
They're away in the third quarter final of the Connaught Derby. On the inside, Tyro Jenny was well away, but also well away was trap 2 Dundrum Prince, and on the wide outside, running wide is trap 3 Chucky Orpaw. Into the bend in front is Dundrum Prince. The very wide running Chucky Orpaw in 3 is second. In third and along the inside is trap 4, and that is Clemens Future. They're down the far side. It's 5 lengths back to trap 5. Malbay Davika into the third bend in front is trap 2. That is Dundrum Prince. On the outside, throwing down another challenge is Chucky Orpaw, and on the inside and third is Clemens Future. They're off the home turn. A middle track run by Dundrum Prince. The near side is Chucky Orpaw coming home well. Chucky Orpaw is going to outpoint Dundrum Prince in the run for the third quarter final, and in third place we have trap 4 Clemens Future.
And so to the final heat, where the big expectation, number 1 Cottle's Idol, following his sensational track record run of the previous round, he was as short as 7-1 on in the betting.
The final quarter final, the track record holder Cottle's Idol is 1, is well away, but well away on the outside is trap 4 Noel's Magico, and between those is trap 3 Creevy Joe into the first bend. Cottle's Idol snips through on the inside, and Cottle's Idol gets round in front. From in second place now is the wide run seated Early Lark. Down the far side in front is Cottle's Idol, the track record holder, by 2.5 lengths. So in second place, Early Lark. In third place, running very well, is trap 2 Thinking of You, but at the third bend and now towards the fourth and final bend. Out in front, Cottle's Idol trying to make the best of its way home. It's Cottle's Idol by 2.5 to 3 lengths. It's going to make it all from in second place, Early Lark. Cottle's Idol wins the final quarter final. In second place, trap 6 Early Lark, and in third place and advancing to next week's semi-final, trap 4 Noel's Magico.
Great racing here at Shelbourne Park on a lovely balmy evening, and of course the big one, the Ladbrokes 600 final with €35,000 plus trophy on offer to the winner, and all eyes on number 4 Karma Knight. We're going to take a look back though first to the Ladbroke consolation final, which was also a fantastic race.
The runners parading for the Ladbroke 600 consolation final in trap 1 is Tom's Little Joe, owned by David Dwyer, trained by Lester Power, a son of Tom's the Best and Westmead Josie. Very well drawn on the inside with good early pace. Number 2 is Reserve Q, that's Thundercut Alley. Thundercut Alley, powerful tracker, this fellow coming in as a reserve, as I say, owned by Alan Cribben, son of Vintage Prince and Lady Ariana, goes up well and stays strongly. In 3 is Bucky Burglar, the favourite here, owned by Nicky Kenny and June Judd, trained by Paul Hennessy, a son of Come On Ranger and Queer Duchess. This is a dog who really flies from traps at times. In 4, Jordan's Elect, owned by Brian Jordan from Scotland and trained by Brian McCann, a son of Top Honcho and Carn Mistress, ran here on Wednesday night over 750 yards. This fellow's plenty of stamina. Number 5, More Air Joe, owned by Nisha O'Callaghan, trained by Stephen Burke, a son of Stapler's Joe and More Air Darky. Good early pace and trying to run wide, this fellow. And then in 6 is Killock Jim, owned by Georgina Goodall and Jim Gray, trained by Georgina Goodall, a son of Tom's the Best and Katunda Sana. He's a dog with a big finish, this fella, number 6, Killock Jim. Yes, the hair running for this 6th race, the consolation final. 1, Tom's Little Joe, 2, Thundercloud Alley, 3, Bucky Burglar, 4, Jordan's Elect, 5, More Air Joe, and 6 is Killock Jim. Will 3 Bucky Burglar get his start? Ready, he's away well. It's number 3 Bucky Burglar, gets a fast start. 4 is up well too, Jordan Select. Number 1 putting in a run on the inside, that's Tom's Little Joe. And 6 Killock Jim, he's a threat. He's running a bit wide, and it's Bucky Burglar into the far side, gone on by 4 lengths. He's going to take some catching, but 6 does run on, and so does 4. It's Bucky Burglar down towards the third bend. He's 4 clear from number 6 Killock Jim in second. 4 Jordan Select is third, but it's the Burglar still out in front. The Bucky, he's 3 in front. 6 Killock Jim is putting in a run in second, but I don't think they're going to catch this fella tonight. It's Bucky Burglar all the way, winning it. 6 is running on strongly for second, with number 4 Jordan Select in third, but number 3 Bucky Burglar, the impressive winner here of the Ladbrokes 600 consolation final. And the result of the Ladbrokes 600 consolation, the winner number 3 Bucky Burglar, owned by Nicky Kenny and June Judd, second number 6 Killock Jim, and third number 4 Jordan Select. The time 32:45. As we look at it again, in trap 3, Bucky Burglar out fast, has far too much early for these dogs altogether. Going up to the corner, number 4 Jordan Select ran a big race considering his 750 here on Wednesday night. But around the bend, at this stage already the race is as good as over. Bucky Burglar out front, 3 lengths in front, heading down halfway. Bucky Burglar from 6 and second Killock Jim, 4 Jordan Select. The pair of them made up ground up the straight, but really once this fellow was that far clear, there was no catching him home. Over Nicky Kenny and June Judd, trained by Paul Hennessy. He was a Derby finalist last year, but he's got consolation here tonight. And number 3 Bucky Burglar there from 6 Killock Jim, and 4 Jordan Select third, but a very fine performance there from Bucky Burglar.
Well, the Bucky has been running for many years. He got this he got the semi-final of the Derby last year. He's one of my favourite dogs, and of course one of the other people involved is Bobby Scolding, who's made the huge plunge at the age of 60 or 70, is it? And he's getting married next week. He must be off his rocker. He's been close a hell of a lot of times, but he's game and he's a great dog. He's one of my favourite dogs ever.
An electric atmosphere at Shelburne Park. If you want a great night out, come racing.
So we come to the runners for the 2004 Ladbrokes 600 final. In trap 1 here, Velvet Cash, owned by Jimmy Buckley, trained by Tyke Buckley. A son of Johanstown Cash and Velvet Mella, dog with very good early pace, a likely leader up the inside, very well housed. Number 2, this fella does it the other way around, from behind, Awesome Impact. A son of Jamela Prince and Abel Ivy, trained by Reggie Roberts, owned by Geraldine Fitzpatrick. A dog with a really live chance here. He'll be absolutely flying from halfway. In 3, Great Lark, owned by Matty Angland and Donald Leader, trained by Owen McKenna. A son of Larkill Joe and Carebeg Picture. He's won 5 of his 15 races. He would far prefer to be drawn out in trap 6. Normally produces a big run down the back straight. And in 4, the deserving favourite Carmenite, owned by Jason Pollard, trained by Stephen Burke. A son of Johanstown Cash and Droopy's Andrea. 18 wins from 42 races this fella has. Very good early pace nowadays. He's really flying to the bend. Number 5, the other Domino, owned by Frances O'Donnell and trained by her. One of her 2 runners in this race. The Domino is a daughter of Larkill Joe and the other Joy, a half-sister to last year's winner, the other Master. And in trap 6, the second O'Donnell finalist, that's Valencia's Sight-Trait, owned by Morris Jackson and Tom Smith. A son of Larkill Joe and Ullad Sight-Trait, one of the 3 Larkill Joes in the race. Johanstown Cash has 2 also, but Valencia's Sight-Trait, a powerful greyhound, normally breaks well, strong stare. He has a big chance running off the outside box. The bell goes for the Ladbrokes 600 final. In trap 1 is Velvet Cash, 2 Awesome Impact, 3 Great Lark, 4 Carmenite, 5 the other Domino, and in 6 is Valencia's Sight-Trait. The hare coming around the final bend. The favourites in 4, Carmenite. Will he get a flyer? Up the go, and he's out fast. It's Carmenite showing in front, and there's a bump for number 6, Valencia's Sight-Trait. That could decide it, because it's number 4 out front. Carmenite has gone clear to the bend from number 3 and second, Great Lark. Then number 1, Velvet Cash. Watch Great Lark from here. He's a powerful finisher. It's number 4, Carmenite in front, but here comes number 3 with a run, Great Lark. And watch number 2, Awesome Impact, putting in a powerful run into the third bend. Carmenite cuts off Great Lark there. Turning for home, it's number 4, Carmenite. 3 is in second, Great Lark, and watch number 2, Awesome Impact. He's powering home up the straight, coming towards the line. 3, Great Lark, and Awesome Impact gets up on the line to win it. It's number 2, Awesome Impact. Impact the winner from 3 Great Lark in second, and 6 Valencia Citrate made up huge ground for third. The time is 32:44. This race has lived up to its great tradition. And the result of a thrilling 2004 Ladbrokes 600 final. The winner, number 2, Awesome Impact, owned by Geraldine Fitzpatrick and trained by Reggie Roberts. Second, number 3, Great Lark, and third, number 6, Valencia Citrate. The time, 32:44. As we get another look at the full race, the full field, with 4 Carmenite up the inside. Number 1, Velvet Cash, never really got close enough to the pace to put in his move. But 3 Great Lark in second. Awesome Impact much closer than normal. He's actually turning in 4th place into the back as number 6, Valencia Citrate. He had got into such trouble coming out of traps. But now Carmenite leading into the third bend. Great Lark lost his race there. He's cut off by Carmenite, and that cost him the race. But Carmenite really faded disappointingly up the straight. That's unusual for him. Now being passed by 3 Great Lark, but look on the inside, Awesome Impact, and then number 6, Valencia Citrate flying. But coming to the line, it's Awesome Impact. He has grabbed the advantage. He has also grabbed the 35,000 pot for Geraldine Fitzpatrick.
He used a hard stopper every night because he's coming from behind, but he did it. Once I saw him going into the third bend, and then I thought he was going to get closed off. But he's a very clever trapper, and he just stayed on the rails. And then I knew when he came in, turned into the straight, and they all seemed to be dying a little bit in front of him, so I knew he was on then.
And he always has that spectacular finish. I mean, he really is a fantastic dog to watch, because you never know what he's going to do.
No, well, that's his third big final to win, and he's been in 6 finals, and he's won 3 of them, so that's fantastic.
Of course, we saw Premier Fantasy winning yesterday across the water, and this fellow was second to Premier Fantasy, so the sky's the limit.
That's right. Well, his next race, believe it or not, he's going to go over 750.
Right.
We plan to run him in Harold's Cross in Cork, Holland. He'll get a nice rest now, and then we'll start again. Yeah.
Geraldine, I know you're over the moon. You're the owner, and what a feeling.
Absolutely thrilled. I can't believe it.
We'll let Reggie get his phone.
Okay. I wasn't convinced when they went over the line. I know he's a great finishing kick, but from where I was standing, I thought 3 just maybe have shaded it. But the way he finishes, I was just hoping more so. But I'm absolutely thrilled.
How did you come to own him?
I bought him. I decided over nearly 3 years ago to buy myself a Greyhound, and I saw this bitch coming in to be mated to Jamela Prince. I liked her, and I said I'd like a pup out of her, and I just picked him out when he was 6 weeks old, and he's just turned out really lucky for me ever since.
Great success story. Enjoy it, Geraldine. Fantastic. Well done.
Thanks very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
For quick and concise information on Greyhound form, upcoming fixtures and a multitude of data, visit the Irish Greyhound website at www.igb.ie. Next week we'll be back in Galway for the semi-finals of the Connacht Derby. We'll also bring you the Sam Macaulay Chemist final from Enniscorthy and 2 finals from York.